How can you provide the best possible support system for your partner that's about to go into law enforcement? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you are having a fantastic start of your week so far. I have no idea what's been going on, but I have had a huge influx of messages from people asking me how they can be the best possible partner for their significant other that's going into law enforcement. I told you guys, getting into law enforcement it's not an easy occupation. Not just because of the people you deal with on the street, but also the media, your supervisors. There's a whole totality of circumstances that play into things that cause stress with your job. And oftentimes it can take a huge toll on your relationship at home. So having a supportive partner is very crucial to the success of any relationship of anyone in law enforcement. The first thing you have to realize is their schedule is about to be flipped upside down. They're either going to be working really long hours or very weird hours. They might leave at 4:30 or 5 in the morning and not get home until 6:30 at night, or they might leave at 4:30 or 5 at night and not get home until 6:30 in the morning. And for obvious reasons, working these crazy hours is hugely taxing on the body. And I can speak from experience, it gets harder the older you get. You know, when I first started, I used to love night shift, and I still do love night shift, but it's a lot harder on my body in my 30s than it was when I started when I was 20. So I guess this kind of brings me to my first point. When your significant other gets home, do not bombard them with a honey-do list.
Can you imagine ever walking up to your wife, handing her a list and going, "Here, get these things done. Let me know how that works out for you."
Those are the last words anybody wants to hear when they've been gone from the house since 4:30 in the morning and they only have enough time to eat, shower, watch like 30 minutes of TV and go to bed and do it again. And the next thing I would recommend really depends on the person that you're dating or married to. Some cops like to talk about their day, some cops don't want to talk about their day. So try to figure out if your partner, like which one of those types your partner is. If they don't want to talk about their day, don't bring it up. Now, if you're dating or you're married to somebody that enjoys talking about their day, ask about their day and genuinely seem interested in what they're talking about. Try to really listen to what they're saying because it might be a big deal to them. And really being a supportive spouse or partner to somebody that's in law enforcement is no different than being a supportive partner of somebody in any public safety capacity. The key thing is not to add additional stress to what that person is probably already dealing with internally. The biggest thing to remember is unless they talk about it, you have no idea what that person has gone through that day. You know, there's been times where, I've gone to certain calls and it could just be a simple shoplifting. And then after that, and this is a true story, I actually responded to a call where a guy was dipping a baby in boiling water because it would not stop crying. So as I'm sure you guys can probably imagine, seeing things like that, and then, I cleared up from that call. I don't remember the next call I went to. But people give you an attitude on these calls and they have no idea what you just saw 20 minutes before that. Now, another thing you have to remember if you are going into law enforcement, you can't let one call affect the next. Okay, so yes, something like that is very gruesome. It's not something you see every day, but you can't carry that on with you. And I've kind of covered this in one of my last videos about not taking work home. And this is why it's so important to do so. You can't treat other people a certain way based on, again, that previous call. But again, as that supportive partner, you don't know what your partner has seen that day. It might have been a boring day. Nothing happened, took a couple reports, and that was the end of it. Other times, it could be running and gunning. They got shot at, their car got hit with a bullet. They responded to somebody was dead and decaying. You just don't know. And like I've said in another video, nobody calls 911 for a good reason. So we are the first line defense and we see everything that anybody calls 911 for. So when your partner gets home, give them a chance to unravel. Give them a chance to rest, give them a chance to just cool off for a second. However they de-stress, just let them do that. Kind of give them that time allotment. And I also think it's a really good idea to pay attention to your partner's temperament. If you notice that their temper is getting a lot shorter, try to look for signs of like PTSD or overexhaustion. There's times where I'll work a full night shift and then first thing in the morning I have court. And then I'm stuck in court until 1 in the afternoon, come home, sleep for 2 hours, get up and do an entire another night shift. The court system, sometimes they will try to get the night shift officers first. Other times, they don't care. So in a 48 or 36 hour span and you've only had like 3 hours of sleep, your nerves are going to be high. At least mine are. I get very grouchy when I'm sleep deprived. But again, a lot of this is just common sense. Just be a supportive partner. You know, if they need an ear or they need a shoulder to cry on, be there for them. And honestly, I think the biggest thing for me, I want somebody that's going to genuinely care about my day, that's going to really listen to what I say, not just ask, hey, how was your day, and go to their phone. If you're going to look at your phone while I'm trying to tell you about my day, I might as well go on about my business. But if you really take the time to focus on what they're saying, try to understand what they might have seen, maybe you can create this mental image of what they had to go through. It might help you be more empathetic to what they experience on a day-to-day basis. And I think that's a good thing to have for a relationship, because it creates an understanding between each other. Either way, whatever job your partner has had before law enforcement, they are going to change. Everybody that gets into law enforcement changes in some capacity. And the more violent of an area they work, the quicker they're going to change. Some people handle it great. Some people change very minimally. Others, it's very drastic and it's very quick. But that's kind of your job as the partner, is to see that and learn how to cope with it, learn how to deal with it, learn how to be that support system for them. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. I know this one's pretty short, but again, I've been getting this huge influx on being supportive as a partner. If you guys have any questions or video topics pertaining to this that you think I can elaborate on, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below, and maybe I can create a whole separate video on that. But I wanted to get this one out for you guys today. Either way, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Super excited about this surprise, guys. It's coming up. Just give me like another month and it's coming up. But anyway, thank you guys again, and I will see you very, very soon.